Welcome inside Kauffman Stadium. Major League Baseball on tap on this Thursday night. It's the New York Yankees going up against the Kansas City Royals. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. So just about set now. And today's starter, Kris Bubic. What do you look for here?
Well, he's been a very dependable starter for his club, and what stands out for me is that left-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 against him, and it just tells me they have a hard time tracking the baseball. Maybe it's the release point, maybe it's the motion, but just some way, somehow, they've got to figure out a way to pick it up and try to have some success from the left side.
Paul Goldschmidt, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. And the 1-0. And another ball. On the ground to the left. And it goes just foul.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
And now it's even up. So Goldie strikes out here. And now here is Ben Rice. Good power. Not great in the OBP department. Pitch misses. 1-0. Bubic, in his fifth season, he features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, a sinker, and occasionally uses a cutter. The 1-0. And it's fouled away. One out, bases empty. And that misses. And a count 2-1. Just missed. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Isbell sizes this one up. 2 up, 2 down. And time now to check out the New York Yankees lineup. This team can really pile up the runs, Chris. They're among the top teams in scoring this year.
Yeah, and when you can get a lead and be out in front, it really changes what that opposing manager can do with the bullpen. And on top of that, it helps your own pitching staff. It gives them more margin for error. So instead of pitchers squeezing the ball, trying to throw darts and be perfect, they can relax, let the ball come out of their hands, and pitch effectively. So that offense and the ability to score runs also helps the pitching and the defense.
Aaron Judge in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Judge working on a massive campaign right now, putting up some big home run numbers. And that one's a little bit low, and it's 2-0.
Well, we've seen him flex some impressive power this season, and there's still a lot of time to go. If he can keep up this pace he's on, we could be in for something really special.
2-1.
The 2-1.
Finish.
2 outs. Just outside. And the count's full.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well. So much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
Judge rips that one. Isbell sizing this one up. Drops into the glove. And that is that. Yankees nothing. Royals coming up. Back after this on the show. Back here at Kauffman Stadium, our starter in this one, Clark Schmidt.
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club. And coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled, batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the second baseman, Jonathan India. Check swing, and he went 0-1.
0-1.
And the pitch is outside, ball one. In the air, out towards left center. Makes the catch, and there's one gone. And here now, the lineup for the Royals. And, Chris, this group has been struggling to put up runs lately.
Well, they haven't been on base a ton, and even when they are, they haven't been hitting very well with the runners on base. So they need a player or two to really step up, have some quality at bats, hit according to the situation, and sort of break out of this. I think if they do, the rest of this lineup will follow.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two.
0-2.
Well, as a hitter, you're hoping that the command on that sinker doesn't come until later in the ball game. But if that's how it's going to be all day, it's going to be a tough one for the offense.
Going to count 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Swing and a ground ball, but it kicks foul. Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. And that's in the dirt.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
And that one is lifted in the air. Judge really on his horse for this one. Makes the catch. And there are 2 down.
Batting third, the third baseman, Michael.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the third baseman, Michael Garcia. Right through there for a strike.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
Swing and a miss.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
In the air, right field. Judge makes the grab, and that's the inning. Scoreless after 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top of the second, so now the Yankees cleanup hitter, Cody Bellinger. Bubich back to work. That one fouled off. He's got an MVP and a Rookie of the Year under his belt. And a guy who's played every day as a first baseman, every day as a right fielder, every day as a center fielder. And there's a foul ball. the dirt. 1-2 the count. Next offering misses down and away. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. First pitch misses. No score here in the second. Clips the corner, and it's 1-1. Our umpire for this one, Freddie Ferguson, a consistent umpire by all accounts.
Yeah, I think the book on him is that he's not necessarily by the book with his strike zone. But once you figure out where he's calling strikes, you can pretty much count on him to stay with that throughout the game.
Breaking ball misses down and away. Chris, do players ever change their approach in meaningful ways based on who's umpiring, or is it good to just be aware of tendencies so you're not that surprised?
I'd say the latter, because pitcher's got to pitch to his strengths regardless. The hitter's got to hit to his strength. So you're aware of it, but you have to just hunt for what you can handle.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Off to a strong start, Singy, as he's punched out 3 of the first 5 he's faced.
Well, he's definitely minimizing contact. He can get the swing and miss when he needs it, but he'll also keep the defense fresh behind him, allowing some balls in play as well.
This one could be trouble. Around first and hustling for second. Not stopping. He's going for 3. And he's got himself a triple.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
So the batter now will be Trent Grisham. That pitch in for a strike. It's 0-1. Two outs and a runner at third. Here at the top of the second. Next offering in there for a strike. That is strike 2.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
1-2. That one outside. And it's 1-2. This one in the air center field. Isbell under it, nabs it, and that is that. The Yanks leave 1. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom half of inning number 2. Now it'll be the cleanup hitter for the Royals, Vinny Pasquantino. There's a strike.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
1-1. That one not close. And it's a ball and a strike. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
Big time jam right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
And a sweeper misses for a ball. And it remains 2-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And the righty deals. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with. And there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information. But the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating. That's really good pitching right there. And it's a good job of the pitcher and the catcher working together.
And that one cutting but missing down low.
2-0.
Right through there for a strike. Swings through that.
2-2.
Now fly ball to right center. And that quickly 2 away.
Batting 6, the first baseman.
And now the first baseman, Jack Caglione. That catches the corner. High fly ball out to center field. Grisham pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that is that. Nothing across here this half. We head on now to the top of the third. We're tied 0-0. Back here in Kansas City, top half of the third inning, DJ LeMahieu to start it off. Missed with a changeup, and that's ball 1. There's a strike. Foul ball there. Slow roller to third. Garcia fires over to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting 9, the catcher, number 28, Austin.
Here's the Yankees catcher now, Austin Wells.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
And there's a strike. Next offering is fouled back. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Really nice job working both sides of the plate for that strikeout. Started him off inside, then away, back inside again, and that one set him up for that last pitch on the outside part of the plate that he just swung right through. Pretty smooth sequence right there.
Back to the top of the lineup, Paul Goldschmidt stepping in now for the Yankees. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Inside corner, that's a strike. And it's 0-1. Two out, space is empty. That's off the mark. And the count even 1-1. That's a little bit low.
2-1.
And a foul ball.
Finish him.
Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Down in order go the Yankees. And we're still knotted at 0. And we're back. Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Drew Waters. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Hit hard, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Everything came together for him. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
John Ray steps in for the Royals. And there's the strike. Swings and misses. 0-2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Gets a piece and stays alive. And 1-2.
1-2.
Tap dances out of the way of that one. Runner at first with no outs here. And that's a strikeout looking. He's got to be frustrated with that call.
Well, big strikeout right there, and maybe a little controversial with the call. I think he got a little bit of favor on the mound, no question about it. It's not exactly what you want to see in a big spot like that, and I'm sure there's some chirping going on from the dugout, making it clear that wasn't his best call behind the plate today.
And now it's Kyle Isbell. First pitch just misses.
1-0.
Still tied at 0. Last of the third. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Grisham pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
The batter, number 6. Second baseman, Jonathan India.
So the batting order turns over. Now it's the second baseman, Jonathan India. Fly to left his first time. That one misses, and it's 1-0. Two outs. That's off the inside corner. And now 2-0. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Runner takes off. Pitch in for a strike. Throw there. Safe.
You know what? I like the aggressiveness right there. It looks like it's going to be tough to score in this one. Really good pitching so far. So why not try to put some pressure on them and see if you can steal the bag, get in the scoring position.
Man at second. That one fouled off. 2-2. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Way back there. Tattooed and gone. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 2-0. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself at bat after at bat. He's that confident. Well, I'm not really sure how he kept that fair. When you're out in front on a breaking ball like that, such a good chance that it's going to hook foul. But not this time. He kept the hands moving forward just long enough to sneak it inside that foul pole.
Witt takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here in the last half of the third. Pitch misses. 2-0. Schmidt maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, guys, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
That's a walk.
Take your base.
Went with the cutter again, but couldn't find his zone.
You can stomach a 2-out walk to certain players, but with his speed, this guy out there in the base pass, it could turn into 2 or 3 bases.
So, man aboard. And next up for the Royals, Michael Garcia. He's 0 for 1. That misses. Ball 1. Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
No, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you come in and you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get you on track, and then you have a great show. So perhaps it's the same with him. Nobody really wants their rhythm broken up, but sometimes they need a little pick-me-up.
Down the line. And that's a foul ball. In the dirt, blocked. Witt, the runner at first with 2 gone. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Vinny Pasquantino steps in for the Royals. Struck out swinging his first time. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Well, Chris, through the early stages, He hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game.
One ball, one strike.
In the dirt. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Next pitch is outside.
Ball.
2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. In the air, left field, Bellinger. And makes the grab. And that'll do it. 2-run shot for the Royals this inning. It's now a 2-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Kauffman Stadium as we go to the top of the 4th. And here is Ben Rice. Fastball for a strike.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats. Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call.
India. To first, leadoff hitter retired in the 4th. And now big number 99, Aaron Judge. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. The Royals leading by 2, top half of inning number 4.
Ball.
Fought off foul. Liner, and this could be trouble. Now he'll turn for second. Not stopping. He's going for 3. And he'll make it into third with a triple.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. Went down on strikes his first time through. That one finds the zone. 0-1. Runner on at third, 1 gone. Next offering is in for a strike.
2 pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
Here's the 0-2. Got it. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. Next offering upstairs.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
That's a strikeout. One left for the Yankees. They trail things here 2-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Salvador Perez. That's in there. That's strike one. Perez in his 14th season, 34-year-old vet, and he was born in Venezuela. That misses the zone, and the count is 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. And a 1-2. Good eye right there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
On the ground to Jazz. Jazz tosses to first. 1 out in the bottom of the fourth.
Now batting, first baseman,
Jack Caglione steps in for the Royals. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. On the ground to short. On to first. Already 2 gone here in the home fourth.
Now batting, the left fielder,
Drew Waters stands in. Singled and scored his first time. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Swing and a foul out of play. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Royals bats are quiet there, but they're on top 2-0. Ready now for the 5th inning. Now it's the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. Bubich back to work. That's a strike. It's 0-1.
You know, these Yankees showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. Starter's leash has to be getting tighter with his pitch count where it is, but so far he's been really effective in this one.
On the ground, right side. Throws to first, and a quick out, number 1.
You know, sometimes it just takes getting to the bullpen in order to be able to score runs, and that might be the case today.
Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. Fly to center his first time. Hit on the ground to the right side, and that one handled. Tosses to first, and the first 2 set down in the top of the 5th.
now batting, second baseman, DJ.
And now it's DJ LeMahieu digging in. Grounded out his first time up.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Swinging a foul straight back.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start. Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Foul ball, still 0-2. The Royals up by 2, and we're at the top of the 5th. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Ball one there. Ball. And down on strikes. Strikeout number 8. Yanks held in check. They're still down. It's 2-0. Back here in Kansas City, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Now, John Ray. That one misses. Ball 1. That one hit to right. Judge getting an angle on it. And there's one down.
The center fielder, number 28, Kyle.
And to the plate for Kansas City, Kyle Isbell. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. And a foul ball. Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. Ripped to right, base hit.
The batter, number 6, second baseman
Jonathan India at the plate. He's already homered here in this one. Now move to first, and he dives back in safely. Outside low, and that is ball 1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Ryan Yarbrough getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Loaisiga also throwing. Isbell over at first with 1 away. Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. Throw to second, and he's out.
Well, the throw bounced in there perfectly. Really nice job on the bag. Pick it, apply that tag, hold it on him. Just didn't get a good jump over there at first base. That's half the battle of stealing bases, maybe even more.
The 1-1. Just missed. And that one fouled off. And they'll do it again.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does. And you're tied up.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Brings it in for the 3rd out. And we're back. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Here's the catcher, Austin Wells. Just missed. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. And a swing and a miss there.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
That one misses in the dirt. Got him looking. That's his 9th strikeout so far.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Back to the top of the Yankee order. Now up as the Yankees DH, Paul Goldschmidt. 0 for 2 in this one. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Goldie started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, and no swing, says Joe McDonald. So now 1-2.
So far, all we've seen in this at-bat are fastballs. Look for him to slow it down right here ahead in the count.
Here's a 1-2. And that one is inside. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Pretty simple plan of attack on the mound right there, huh?
Yeah, nothing but fastballs. They just kept putting down the number 1 and letting it fly. I liked it.
Yeah, me too, and I'd love to hit against that. But, of course, when you're in the box, you think he's bound to change speeds on you at some point. You're just kind of locked up, sort of like reverse psychology.
Next to hit, Ben Rice. Bottom of the zone and a called strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
That's outside.
1-1.
And now it's even 1-1.
He's done a great job getting the first 2 outs. Want to get this number 2 hitter, get back in the dugout, and face 3, 4, 5 next inning.
Here's a 1-1. And that is out of play. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. The next offering misses.
Outside.
It's 2-2.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
That one ripped. Out of here. A home run off the foul pole. And they're on the scoreboard. It's 2-1.
That gives this offense something to celebrate for the first time in this one. Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something. But really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
Aaron Judge at the plate. There's a strike. The 0-1.
Ball.
Activity in the Kansas City bullpen. Noah Cameron appears to be getting ready. And I'm sure he's feeling some nerves. This would be his major league debut. Cruz, the right-hander, also getting loose. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
1-2.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Cut on and miss, struck him out. And his 11th strikeout in this one, really racking up the whiffs. But not before they answer back with a solo home run. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show.
Now pitching for
Back now for the bottom of the sixth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Jonathan Loaisiga.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Well, one-run game. Bobby Witt Jr. now at the plate. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. To third, but that rolls foul.
Well, these Royals putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity.
This one's into the outfield. Could be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. Not stopping. He's going for three. And he's got a leadoff triple.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Now the third baseman, Michael Garcia. Clips the corner. Strike one.
And no, they haven't broken through in a big way in the runs column, but with the way they're grinding out at bats, it definitely feels like there's potential for more coming.
The 0-1. Ground ball left side, and that's just foul. Runner at third, nobody out. Here in the bottom of the sixth. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike three. Vinny Pasquantino, the next to hit.
This is all about situational hitting. It's crucial in this spot. Do whatever it takes to put the ball in play, and hopefully you find a gap in the defense.
In there at the knees. And that is strike one.
With a runner at third, this is who they want at the plate. He's so good at getting a run across in these situations.
Witt takes his lead at third with one away. And foul ball. To the right side, and it goes just foul. One-run game, one out, one on. And that one hit to first. Now two away as they get a run across.
So important to really lock in on an at-bat like this. It seems easy with the infield back, but you've got to make sure you put the ball in play. Put it on the ground, brought that run in.
And now it's Salvador Perez to the plate. And first offering is fouled off. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. And that's downstairs and outside. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. But they push across one run on one base hit. No errors. No one left. We're through six full. It's the Royals 3 and the Yankees 1. Top of inning number 7. Now the left fielder, Cody Bellinger. That one is hammered right field, raging back towards the wall. And it's off the wall. Bellinger around second on his way to third. The tag, and he's out.
Really nice job of hitting right there, but you've got to be a better base runner than that and understand the situation. With nobody out, you got to be able to shut it down, stay at second, keep yourself in scoring position instead of killing a potential rally.
So digging in, Jazz Chisholm Jr. There's a strike.
Changing speeds has this lineup completely off balance in this one. We've seen a lot of mistimed swings, and it's been a challenge for these hitters to get their rhythm right.
Yeah, that's fouled off. The Yankees looking to rally. The Yanks down by a pair here in the top half of inning number 7.
Ball.
In the air out towards right center. Isbell on the move. He's got it. And there's 2 away.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
And the Royals manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make the move. Chris Bubich gives way. Really solid performance out of him as he leaves with a slim lead. We'll take a break. New arm when we get back. So the Royals bring on a new arm, Steven Cruz.
Power slider guy, Boog. He throws it hard and gets a lot of late movement, so it's tough to pick up.
Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees. 1 for 2. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Fastball for a strike. And it's 0-1.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
Next one is off the plate, and a count 2-1.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
That misses the zone, and that's ball 3. Got it. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. 1-2-3, go the Yankees. Score holds. It's 3-1. Ryan Yarbrough takes over on the mound.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
And here's the first baseman, Jack Caglione. Yarbrough, a 6'5" lefty, 33 years old, and they traded for him earlier this year. Inside, just missed. And that misses. Yeah, that's ball 2.
2-0. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
That's the ball. Full count.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So up next, Drew Waters.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
That pitch gets the inside corner. 0-1. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Mark Leiter Jr. getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. De Los Santos also getting ready. Strike 2.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
And down on strikes he goes, coming out of the bullpen and throwing BBs.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Ray stands in now, looks at that one inside. In for a strike, and the count 1-1. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Good job to fight that one off. Two down, nobody on. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Got him looking for the K. And he strikes out the side in the 7th. KC down in order, but they still lead it 3-1. Ready to begin the 8th. Now here's Trent Grisham. And there's a strike.
It's been tough for the offense so far, but you can't get frustrated. You got to find a way to shake it off, go up there and relax. That's the only way you're going to be able to put runs up on the board.
And that drops in for a strike.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Hammers that one. Curling down the line and foul.
That's foul.
And now 1-2. And downstairs.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
Set down on strikes. Throws him with the heater at the knees.
Fastball inside just freezes the hitter. I don't think he was ready to pull the trigger. A lot of times hitters are looking away, and that one locked him up.
Up to the plate steps DJ LeMahieu. And first offering is fouled off. Right through there for a strike. Base is empty, one away, and we're at the top of the 8th. The pitch to LeMahieu. Battling here as he fouls it away. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Toughest pitch to hit. Fastball on the outer black. Man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
2 down, bases empty. And here's the catcher, Austin Wells, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Late swing, foul to the left. The 0-1.
Nope. Ball.
Gets the outside corner with that one.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
2 outs. And that one upstairs. And that one cutting but missing down low. Paul Goldschmidt would be next if they can extend the inning.
Exactly the kind of bat you need in a clutch situation like this. Got to do whatever it takes to give him a chance.
Got him looking for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side for the second time today. So the Yanks go in order. And it remains a 3-1 ball game. New pitcher coming on, the veteran, Mark Leiter Jr. 32nd appearance.
Number 56, Mark Leiter Jr.
So up now for Kansas City, Kyle Isbell.
The center fielder, Kyle Isbell.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Ball.
Movement in the Yankees pen. Tim Hill up and throwing. The 1-0. Jazz tosses to first. One gone to the bottom of the 8th.
The batter, number 6, second baseman.
Here's the second baseman, Jonathan India. He's already homered in this game. And it's fouled away. The 0-1. And that skips in the dirt. In the air, center field. Grisham settles under it. 2 down.
The batter, number 7, shortstop, Bobby.
Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. The 0-1. The shortstop takes the ball.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Catcher has it, fires to first. Got him. Inning over on the strikeout.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Carlos Estevez.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
Back to the top of the order. Here's the Yankees leadoff hitter, Paul Goldschmidt. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3. First pitch misses.
1-0.
And another ball. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. That missed by a lot. And the count's full. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
And first offering is fouled off. And that one clips the corner. The 0-2. Swing and a ball ripped right field. And that one back. And that one is gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 3-2.
When a guy's got a real hard fastball, you can't overswing. All you've got to do is get the bat head to the spot. If you do, he supplies the power, and you'll get to jog around the bases like he did right there.
One down. Aaron Judge stepping in now for the Yankees. 1 for 3. That one a little bit high. 1-0.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Looking to get the tying run on base. And fouled off. That missed inside. And that's ball 2. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. That one misses. Now 3-1. Cody Bellinger in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. him down on strikes. Now only one out remaining.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Carlos Estevez won't go any further, and he leaves in a one-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. New pitcher in the game for the Royals, Lucas Erceg.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
So they're down to their final out. Here comes Cody Bellinger. Infield shifted to the pull side. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. A one-run lead here at the top of the ninth. That misses,
1-1.
and it's 1-1. Ground ball, and this should do it. Throw to first, that'll do it. And the Royals hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a one-run ball game.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.